Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. Today I will be discussing red flag number 174, narcissists doing favors. Depending on where a survivor is in his recovery, they are not going to want to hear this. I too heard this plenty of times, and I too didn't want to hear it then. However, over time, moments of clarity will settle in from hindsight. Please watch red flag number 146, Hindsight of a Narcissist. Your narc did you a humongous favor when they discarded you. Now that my anger has subsided, I can clearly see how right those people were. I now see what other people see. Just yesterday, a subscriber said to me on red flag 47, narcissist lies that backfire. And I quote, I was envisioning Lilith as somewhat as a seductive beauty queen, but no. I saw a robust, plain-looking lady with manly arms. I didn't answer that fool, but he co-signed what I was already thinking. Lilith is not by far an ugly woman, nor is she the video vixen she thinks she is. But all the thirsty men for sex has given her her sense of entitlement, importance. A discussion between three people in my book, once again, here we go again, this time with the narcissist, discussing Lilith's comments on that same video. She has no shame. What the fuck? I do remember you posting about buying her a brand new car though. Anyone in their right minds can clearly read where she tells everything about herself in this post. She literally played herself trying to play you. I'm so freaking angry because there were a few times I said to myself, Chrissy, something's not right with that woman. Then I let it go. I had this feeling a few times that y'all were not going to make it because she was playing you, but I let it go. Wasn't my business. She's freaking trifling. Alicia said she didn't get it. She had a man willing to do anything because he loved her. And all he wanted her to do was to love him back. That's rare. To find a good man willing to share your life with that herpes disease. Chrissy, I must agree. She will look for all the very same characteristics in another man that Andrew possessed, but won't ever get it on the head. Lilith was married previously twice before. I also learned that she called the cops not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5. 5 times with false accusations. Andrew, I'm so surprised to know you allowed her to drag you through the mud. She became comfortable treating you like shit because you allowed her to get away with it the very first time. She started to see you as weak. Hopefully from this situation you learned that a woman that truly loves you will never do anything to hurt you nor harm you. Red flag! This is the problem with narcissism. You never know. They don't love you till they have you isolated and ready to dog you out. Run for your life! Unfortunately, you let your heart do the majority of your thinking. Only thing I fear is you pushing away the woman that comes along to love you unconditionally because you simply don't believe it to be true or real anymore. Patricia. The guy Lilith left Andrew for didn't want a committed relationship. He wanted to fuck, plain and simple. She wanted the attention from you that she knew you were willing to give. But she stopped viewing you as a man and more like a girlfriend. She stated all you did was clean, cook, and chauffeur her. She didn't want a maid, she wanted a man. Red flag! So let me get this straight. A real man doesn't cook, clean, and take you where you want to go. He just fucks you. Ladies, is this how a relationship works? Inquiring minds want to know. She tested you. She did things to you little by little, and you never checked her on it. Her bullshit. This is why she had the gall to tell you that she was with another man in another man's house. Chrissy. Bingo! A bitch with fear and respect would never done what she did. Red flag! So let me get this straight. A real man who doesn't believe in beating up on women is a simp for not kicking the shit out of her when she gets out of line? Ladies, is this how a relationship works? Inquiring minds want to know. Yet another person. And this man actually screenshot my own quote from the book I've written, trying to warn me about Lilith. That's why you should always have a trusted friend to help you see things clearly. When you first start a relationship and when you are in a relationship, because someone has to think for you sometimes. Even when we do have a trusted friend who tells us the truth, who warns us, we often ignore what was said. And that's a shame. Please watch Red Flag number 55. Your narc wasn't the problem. You were. That man caused egg to drip down my face when I actually defended Lilith, when he was precisely right. I even kicked him out of my group for embarrassing her, for harassing her. That's because you are materialistic, Lilith. Andrew Benjamin is a regular guy, a man that has been through life, one that has had ups and downs. You are only with him because he is up. Dollars to donuts. If he hits a valley, you're out. I sense you are one of these full of shit women that are only committed to the good life. If adversity hits you, I believe suicide will be an option for you. I don't think you are made of the right stuff. Your baseless opinions really make you look ignorant. A good friend of mine told me yesterday, whenever you have more than one person telling you something about another person, you have to consider that what they are saying is true. You see, with all of this going on, the narcissist did you a favor by discarding you. Because if you stayed with them, you would have lost your friends, been isolated from your family, been treated like shit, robbed of your self-esteem, because the majority of the relationship, you would have been walking on eggshells, which would have made you feel like a soldier walking through a minefield, trying to accommodate the narcissist, who didn't want anything to do with you. You were just something to do, till something better came along. And you didn't acknowledge this factor because you believed your narc when they said they loved you, without knowing narcs are incapable of loving anyone but themselves. Over time, you would have been an empty shell, a former self of what you used to be. Think about it. You spent more money to create more happiness, which only in turn created more drama, which only led you to be financially crippled. You sacrificed your happiness to make them happy. Example. Lilith's quoted, "He cooks and always thinking how to please me. He drives me to work and he waits for me. He is a sentimental man. He's very honest. The most honest guy I have ever met." Man, he's a stand-up guy. And from the story, he deserves some happiness. So how does a narc provide happiness? She calls the so-called fiancé 5 o'clock in the morning to tell him she's sleeping with someone else. Someone that's done absolutely nothing for her. Please watch Red Flag number 151, Old Supply versus New Supply. And have that someone text him she's in good hands. Giving a stranger more power than a fiancé, which is a great insult to a man's ego. You think you changed now? Think again. Over time, you would have been just like them. Think about it. Self-reflect. Did you notice yourself becoming more angry more frequently? Lied more to prevent more drama? Found yourself caring about anything less and less? My mother taught me, you can do what you like, but not as long as you like. Over time, the time would have came where I would have caught herpes from her. People used to tell me this, and I already wholeheartedly knew it. If I stayed with Lilith, any one of these factors was inevitable. I would have ended up killing her for infidelity, ruined my life and went to jail. Or one of her harem members would have killed me because they had the advantage over me by me being in a land I knew nothing about and had no one. Lastly, after hearing many of my subscribers' stories with children, I thank God I had no children with her. I thank God I have a clean slate for someone that has a clean slate.